Today we're going to post Veda's ears. I don't have a lot of the things that other people have when they're posting videos, so I'm going to show you how we do this at home. It's a two-person job. Just get the dog comfortable. The first couple times you do this, it's not going to go this well. I would advise you to get them where they are comfortable with their faces and their eyes covered up. That makes this a whole lot easier. And where they don't mind you, just mess with their ears when you're not practicing the posting. The things that you will need are, you need Super Plus tampons. These may seem a little big when you're doing a very small puppy, but they'll still work. I'll show you how. You will need 2 of them. Make sure that you get the cardboard applicator. You will need some kind of tape. It doesn't matter what kind of tape. I've used duct tape. This is my favorite. It's athletic tape. Watching the videos on YouTube, I thought I was going to actually need this for the ear posting process, but I don't use this, and I'll tell you why. But I do like this for making the post. And you will need the paper surgical tape. I use the 3M NextCare gentle paper, and this works very, very well. A lot of the posts that I've seen have said that you need something like this, the athletic tape, to put on the post to make it sticky enough. What I have found is that this tape will pull the hair and the skin off of your dog's ears, and that the gentle paper tape is absolutely sticky enough. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make your post. So you open the tampon and you're going to fit it down into the sides of the dog's ear. So if you look down into the ear, you're going to just push it down gently, but you're going to take it down as far as it can go. And then you want to put about 1 inch of cotton, and then figure out how long that's going to be. Okay, you want it to go to the length of the dog's ear, but not too much further, because that's just stuff for it to get hung on. I've already created one, so I'm just gonna, and got it to the exact size, so I'm just gonna match this one to that size. Okay, and once you do that, you take whatever tape. You can use duct tape. You can use whatever tape that you want to use. And you are going to tape that into place. You can use scissors or whatever. I used scissors a lot when I first got starting, but now I just think it's easier just to rip it. Okay, so you just use that stickier tape, whatever you choose, to put that at the length that you need. Now, when we first started doing Veda's ears, she was tiny, and I actually didn't use the top piece at all, and that's all we posted with. So these will work fine regardless of your dog's size. You want to make sure that they're the exact same length. Your dog's going to look goofy enough having their ear post 2 different lengths. We'll just make that even worse. And so what I've done is I have made 2 posts of the same length, and I have used that stickier tape and then I sealed the top of it. Okay, now at this point what you're going to do is you're going to make this sticky on the outside. So just take your paper tape and you get it started. So you roll it around once or twice, just like normal, and then you go the opposite direction. So I'm going to hold it so that the sticky side is out, and I just begin to wrap the entire post with the sticky side of the paper tape out. So that's why it doesn't matter what kind of tape you use to make the post the right length, because you're just covering it up anyway. Okay, so now we have 2 posts of the same length. I go ahead and I make about 6 pieces of tape. You're going to need 2 that are probably between 8 and maybe 8 to 10 inches long. And then I get them shorter from there. I have 2 that are about 6 to 7 inches long. And then I have 2 that are shorter than that. Okay, so you'll need about 6 pieces of tape. It depends on, you might need a couple more if you don't like the way the tape's looking, or you might need fewer if you do it just perfect. So, so you see here, Veda's very used to us handling her face. If she can't see what's happening with this tampon, she's going to be a lot more still. And you push the tampon into the bottom of the ear. Do it gently, but you want to do it firmly. And then you take the ear and you wrap it around the post so that it sticks to that tape. And you want to pull up to get it, but you want to stay gentle. Okay, so this little flap of skin here is what you've got to be careful with. You don't want to fold it forward. You want to just kind of let it kind of lay backward as it naturally would. I like to, all right, Veda. I like to start back behind the ear like that and pull it this way. That way I can kind of make sure that we get a good wrap around the back. Now, I don't find it necessary, and I've never found it necessary, to wrap these very tightly at all. I keep them loose, and I may end up using an extra piece of tape just for a little bit of extra support, but I don't put these tight at all. The less tape you use to secure them, I think the better. And then you just put an additional piece of tape right up here at the top. And just make sure that see that tape ended up even being way longer than I needed. So we just tear it off. Okay, so that's one post complete. Okay, so we're going to repeat the process with the second ear. Good girl. So we stick the tampon into the ear, pull it up, wrap it around good. Let this piece of skin just flap normally. We don't wrap that piece of skin forward. This is what you don't do. You do not wrap this piece of skin forward. You just let it lay the way it naturally lays. I start behind the ear down here. The angle's a little odd here, but I find that moving the dog is not as effective as just making do. She's actually moving around for me a little bit to make it a little more easy. Easy. Good girl. Okay. Then you can see how it's pretty loose, but it does the job. The purpose of these pieces of tape is just to make the ear a little more stable, because I think the sticky on the outside of the tampons is what actually is the most important. Okay. And there, now we have 2 ears posted very simply. Now I do like, and that's all you have to do. I do like to make a bridge. I think that that's what has helped Veda's ears stand especially straight. So when you make the bridge, what I do, and I will say on this 3M tape, get the narrower. I think this is more than a 1/2 inch, but don't get the very wide paper tape, because if the bridges are difficult when you do this. And I just put it on the back of her ear and kind of wrap that around, figure out how much we're going to need. Okay, and from here I can kind of gauge how much tape we're going to need. Alright. I'm going to flip this, and you just figure 8 it around her ears. It doesn't matter when you start where the sticky side is, but after you do it a time or two, you want to make sure the sticky side's on the inside. That way she's not getting stuff stuck to her ears. And I've really done this probably one more time than necessary, but I wanted it to look prettier. So I'm here, and there is a little bit of adhesive. So what I do, because in the figure 8ing, there's some kind of adhesive that was exposed. So I just wrap a little piece around the middle so there's not as much adhesive exposed. And her ears are posted.